We come to you from Periyar Nagar in North Chennai, which is part of Chief Minister M.K. Stalin's constituency, and here near knee-deep waters since yesterday. And in fact, water has entered several homes. In fact, if I could turn right, this is what you see at the home of the Mahesh's here, knee-deep, ankle-deep waters inside their home since yesterday. And in fact, they've shifted many of their belongings upstairs, and many such families actually have moved either to their homes of their relatives or they've gone upstairs. And in fact, here last year they say they lost so much of belongings, and it's a repeat of the same thing. Although a new set of stormwater drains have been put up in this area, at the moment it's not working. And look at the kitchen here. The entire house, they would say, it's in a mess, and it's a very sad situation. And this is the situation of many homes in this area. Let's speak to the family. Thank you very much for your time. Very difficult.
Yes, sir. It's very difficult. Last five, yesterday also a very heavy rain. We are very suffer than heavy rain. Into the drainage water mixed, then some water, rain water, all mixed here. Metro water also.
And how are you managing? What arrangements have you made now?
Very tough, sir. Very tough here.
You moved up, is it?
Yeah, just move to midnight. I'll move midnight.
In first floor.
First floor.
Okay.
The
And
same reason we have done Chennai Galipan store. இதனாலேயே நாங்க விட்டது.
you will, okay. And you're a student?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Is it? I know it's a holiday, rain holiday for you, but things are difficult.
Yes, very difficult.
And in fact, the Chennai Corporation says they have put up around 150-kilometer long new stormwater drains across Chennai. But local people say in pockets like this, in the northern part of Chennai, the system hasn't really worked. It's a repeat of what they saw last year. Let's speak to some other residents here. Thank you very much. It's difficult time. I met you last year, a year ago.
Yes, Sam. Welcome for version 2.0 of Periyar Nagar floods. I think we met last time. The problems remain as it is. Yeah, I think they should have accelerated. As you can see down, they have started working on the drains pretty early over here, and for some reason it's not working. So the water is still flowing from the top. It's coming over here, but it's not getting drained, and the same problem persists still.
So what you say is that they have actually put up a stormwater drain here, which doesn't work now.
Yeah, I think it doesn't work. You can see, right? It's just not raining. And last time when I met you, it was 3 days after the rain you came, and it was on the day before it was some 90 centimeter was the rain, but now it's just 25 plus centimeter, and it's just one day, and it's just stagnating. So we're just trying to see maybe if this would have got open, the problem would have been resolved, but it's not done. So I think work has been done, but
So they
no,
haven't activated this particular.
that's what you can see that, right? So hopefully, if this gets activated, maybe we may want to wait for the next flood to come to see whether it works or not.
Explain to us what residents go through, particularly at homes like this where water has entered.
See, I think it's a first day of the rains, like I said, 24 hours, and number one, I know pretty well Mahesh has gone through a lot of hardship last time. Is the complete electronic equipments got out. You need to actually get the complete thing disinfected, right? Because it's full of drainage water mixing up and all. So it takes huge amount of financial loss. Number one, right? It's beyond comparison. For someone who's in the middle class, spending just 1 lakh, 2 lakh just to get back the home within a month is not so easy.
Last year, you lost many of your electronic items,
Yeah,
and
fridge and washing machine both are
all floating.
floating.
Okay.
Now nowadays I lift that with stone.
So he has kept it on top of stone now to manage. But again, if it goes for another couple of days with the flow, right, it'll become very difficult. And our house is just a little bit on the top.
Right.
So if it comes for next 2 days, if this stagnates here, then obviously it will come into our house. So it's a problem that we go through every year. So
Right. How do you look at the efficiency of the new stormwater drains in other areas across Chennai?
All the other areas has been push areas have been covered with all the pumps and they drain out the things using the pumps and everything. Up to yesterday evening, they were used to this pumps and drain out the things. But after the evening, from yesterday onwards, the water was stagnated. It's not been drained as the past day before yesterday it was done.
What's your worry now?
So it may be increased some suppose rain may be increased something. Downpour may becomes unusual and we will get problems and
Do officials visit this place? Do elected members like MLAs, MPs come? Or councillors?
yesterday no councillors has been come yesterday. Still now no councillors has been come. No one is visited here
Hmm.
and see the things. But all the other areas they're doing everything. But here it is not been.
Youngsters, how do you look at this issue?
Now we're facing a lot of issues, but yesterday in college itself got flooded. In college itself got flooded, and we can't do anything anymore. So, and we are getting stuck in the college. After even it takes 2 to 3 hours to from the college to come here. We are facing a lot of issues, and for emergency situation, we can't able to go to medical shop or and groceries.
Some would also argue that these were all part of water bodies many, many years ago.
Yeah,
These
that's
were
true. I mean, in fact,
occupied or built illegally.
last time when I gave interview to you, there were a lot of comments in the NDTV column saying, hey, you have built in the lake and that's how it, but this is not a lake. In fact, we came here 40 years back. I think it's 40 years, right? We all came in 1982.
Right.
So it's 40 years. So it's not a lake. Lakes are still, people are still occupying the lakes. That's fine. But we actually had a water body nearby, which is completely submerged now with buildings. I think government took some action to recover some of the lands. But if you go in the van, you can see on both the sides there should be a big water body which has been submerged. You can see the same thing happening in the Reteri, where again most of the colonies are.
Encroachment of that water body a major
Yeah,
reason for this
because
flooding?
yeah, because there is no other way to go, right? Obviously, um, that's the reason because water has to come out, right? Our bigger problem is like why water is flowing from all the way from here because there were drains similar to this has been built on the other side of the road, also on the upstream, but still the water is keep coming over here. So if this drain is working, it's okay. But even if those drains are not working, then obviously all of them will come. So I think like I said, they should have planned it a bit earlier to avoid the situation. And if you ask us, is this effective? Like I said, maybe we need to wait for one more flood to happen.
Thank you so much for your time. And for residents like families here, it's a nightmare. The Met has forecast heavy to very heavy rainfall over the next few days. Of course, for today there's a respite, as there's been not much of rain since morning, and residents hope at least now the Chennai Corporation officials would intervene, would at least begin pumping out this water to give them some relief before it begins to rain heavy again. At Periyar Nagar, with Suresh, Sam Daniel, Find the TV.